Welcome to Discover Talent Presents, folks. I'm your host Vinod. Today we are diving into a topic that hits closer to home than most of us like to admit: how to survive and grow in the toxic workplace. This session isn't about pointing fingers. It's about understanding what's really happening around us and learning how to protect our energy, our confidence, and our sense of purpose. Together, we will explore how to spot early signs of toxicity, how to manage it when we can't escape it, how to recover stronger if you have been through it. By the end, you will walk away with a tools you can actually use, practical, grounded, and proven to make a difference. Settle in. So let's talk about what it really means to stay well in a tough times in the workplace and how you can reclaim your peace without losing your edge. Okay, so without further ado, let's quickly start. In this session, we will unpack what toxic workplace really looks like, how it affects to the people, the warning signs to watch for, and what often causes. Talk through practical ways to cope up, how to decide when it's time to stay or move on, what leaders can do to prevent toxicity, and how to recover and rebuild after a tough experience. Before we can deal with toxic workplace, we need to understand what makes it toxic in the first place, okay, how it quietly shapes the way people think, feel, and show up at a work. In this section, we will break it down the key traits of toxic environments and its real impact they have, both emotionally and professionally. Toxic workplaces tend to have a few things in common: a lack of respect, poor communication, favoritism, even bullying, or quote what to be expected and what we have delivered. You can spot these patterns early, you have much better chances of protecting yourself and setting healthier boundaries across the workplace. Working in a toxic environment doesn't just make your days harder, it chips away at your energy, motivation, and confidence over a time. Stress build out sets in. It can start and hold back both mental health and your career growth. This session is about giving you a real tools, ways to take back your power, handle difficult situation with clarity and recover if you have been through it. A toxic workplace. It's not a theory, it's a practical which will help you can start using a right away. Learn to identify common toxic behaviors, subtle warning signs that may affect your motivation, engagement, and mental health. Toxic environment don't happen by accident. They are often fueled by a patterns like manipulation, overwork, favoritism, or deeper systematic problems a team or a company operates. The sooner you can spot these signs, the easier it to protect yourself and respond early. Times toxicity isn't loud or dramatic. It shows up quietly in endless workloads, unclear roles, or subtle favoritism that eats away at your fairness and trust. Quarter patterns can be just damaging because they slowly wear people down. Over time, toxic environments drain motivation and dull engagement. What starts as a frustration can turn into anxiety, even depression, and eventually productivity slips away. Okay, not because people don't care, but because they are worn down. Now let's explore how leadership, organizational culture, and collective behaviors contribute to creating and sustaining toxic environment. Toxicity usually doesn't start with a one person. It grows out poor leadership, workplace culture that look the other way, or sometimes quietly reward bad behavior. When negativity goes unchecked, it becomes the norm. When rules are unclear and policies doesn't really work in practice, confusion creeps in. That uncertainty breeds frustration and conflict. And before long, it creates the perfect condition for toxicity to take root. Toxicity usually isn't just about one difficult person. It's often baked into a group's dynamics and the system people work within. The way teams communicate, make decisions, or handle a pressure can quietly keep those unhealthy patterns alive. Learn practical ways to protect your well being and manage stress in toxic workplaces through the boundaries, communication, and support networks. In tough workplaces, protecting your own well being starts with knowing your limits, setting a clear boundaries, and finding ways to manage stress aren't a luxurious. They are what keep you steady and healthy when things around you aren't. Speaking up with a calm, assertive communication can make real differences. Pair that with a keeping clear records of any concerning incidents. It not only helps you to address a problems more effectively, but also protects you if things are getting escalated. Having a people you can trust makes a world of differences. Reaching out supportive colleagues, mentors, or even a external professionals gives you both perspective and strength. You don't have to face a toxic situation on your own. This section helps you to assess change is possible or if planning an exit is the healthier choice, including practical consideration or transitions. Before deciding whether to stay or move on, take a honest look at your workplace. Ask yourself if there is a real room to grow yourself or change it. If the environment can improve and still support your professional development, then stay back. If leaving becomes the best option, take the time, plan it with care. A thoughtful exit helps you to step into a next chapter smoothly while keeping your professional reputation and your peace of mind intact. As you prepare to move on from toxic workplace, think beyond just living. Make sure your finances are steady, reconnect with your network, and invest in building on your skills. That will help you to thrive in healthier environment in near future. Effective leaders recognize toxicity early, rebuild trust, model healthy behaviors, and support continuous team well-being. Leaders play a key role in setting the tone. When toxic behavior surface, it's crucial to notice them early and step in with a fairness and clarity. Taking action quickly helps protect both the people and the culture they are trying to build in the same organization. Rebuilding trust takes time, but it starts with being a transparent. When leaders communicate openly, model the behavior they expect, and create a space for people to speak up without fear. Foundation for trust begins to grow again. Preventing toxicity isn't one time fix. It's an ongoing commitment, or we can call it as a loop, right? Leaders who prioritize well being, encourage honest feedback, and keep learning as an organization create a workplace where people can actually thrive, not just survive. After leaving or improving a toxic environment, focus on healing, rebuilding confidence, and taking practical steps towards healthier work life. Give yourself a time to heal. Recovery doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. Spend time on things that helps you rebuild confidence and reconnect with parts of your professional identity that feel true value in you. As you move forward, focus on rebuilding throughout the good. Seek out positive experience. Take a challenges that stretch you in healthy ways and surround yourself with a people who uplift you. Over a time, that mix of growth and support becomes the foundation of real resilience and career satisfaction. Keep moving forward. Start with small, deliberate steps. Set fresh goals. Reach out to mentors who inspires you and make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. Those simple actions help you regain momentum and rebuild with a purpose. Toxic workplaces can test you in a ways few things do. Okay, but when we learn to spot the signs early, set boundaries that protects your well-being, and make choices that align your values, give yourself room not just to survive but to grow, to lead, and to thrive in your career. With that note, we will be concluding this session. I hope you found this useful, folks, so please don't forget to subscribe us. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.